A Man with a Lamp is a deeply inspiring story that emphasizes the value of empathy, humility, and understanding. It is a timeless tale about a blind man who carried a lighted lamp, not for himself but for the benefit of others. This story teaches readers to look beyond appearances and actions to understand the deeper reasons behind them, encouraging kindness over judgment. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, there lived a blind man. Despite his inability to see, he was known for his cheerful attitude and insightful wisdom. Though he had no family, his presence was cherished by the townsfolk. What intrigued the people most was his habit of carrying a lighted lamp whenever he went out at night. Many whispered among themselves, wondering why a blind man would need a lamp.
He can't even see.
They chuckled. Some called him odd, while others thought he was simply trying to stand out. One particularly dark evening, the blind man set out on his usual walk. He carried his glowing lamp, its light gently illuminating the path ahead. The streets were quiet, with only the sound of his stick tapping against the cobblestones breaking the silence. As he turned a corner, he encountered a group of men walking toward him. When they saw the blind man with his lamp, they burst into laughter. "Look at that," one of them said, pointing at him. "A blind man carrying a lighted lamp. What's the point? He can't see where he's going." The group laughed louder, ridiculing what they thought was a foolish act. Hearing their laughter, the blind man stopped and turned toward them, his face calm and composed. Instead of becoming angry or defensive, he smiled gently and said, "You're right. I cannot see the light of this lamp." The men, still laughing, paused as the blind man continued. "But this lamp is not for me. It's for people like you who can see." His response confused the group. "For us?" one of them asked, puzzled. "Yes," the blind man explained. "At night you might not notice me walking along the street. You could accidentally bump into me or knock me down. This lamp ensures that you can see me and avoid hurting me or yourselves." The men were taken aback by his words. They realized they had mocked him, without understanding the wisdom behind his actions. Feeling ashamed, one of them stepped forward and said softly, "We are sorry for laughing at you. We judged you without thinking." The blind man smiled again, his voice kind. "It's all right," he replied. "Just remember, before you judge someone, try to understand their reasons. Often there's more to a story than what you see on the surface." Humbled by his wisdom, the group thanked the blind man and continued their journey. His words stayed with them, a powerful reminder of the importance of empathy and understanding. What motivational lessons can we learn from this story? Don't think twice before you speak. Words hold power and can hurt others if spoken thoughtlessly. This story teaches us to pause and consider our words, ensuring they reflect kindness and understanding. 2. Empathy builds understanding. Looking beyond surface appearances allows us to understand the true reasons behind others' actions. The blind man's lamp, though unnecessary for himself, was a thoughtful gesture to protect others. Guy's judgment is not always justified. Instead of rushing to judge others, we should strive to learn from their actions. The group's initial mockery turned into respect once they understood the blind man's purpose, for wisdom can come from unlikely sources. Even those who face challenges like the blind man can offer profound insights. This teaches us to value the perspectives of others, regardless of their circumstances. 5. Small actions have big impacts. The blind man's simple act of carrying a lamp made a significant difference to those around him. This story reminds us to act with purpose, as even small efforts can create positive change. A Man with a Lamp is a timeless tale that underscores the value of empathy and understanding. It teaches us to look beyond appearances and to consider the impact of our words and actions. The blind man's wisdom reminds us to be thoughtful and kind, creating a world that is more compassionate and understanding for everyone.